Hello everyone, let's walk through this math challenge on the board. If tan theta, tan 2 theta, and tan phi are in arithmetical progression, show that tan of the difference between phi and theta equals 2, that's sine 2 theta. Now, since these terms, that is tan theta, tan 2 theta, and tan phi, are all in arithmetic progression. So it will mean that the middle term, okay, will be the average between the outside terms. That is, since tan theta, okay, tan theta, tan 2 theta, and tan phi, okay, are in AP, that is arithmetic progression. So it means that tan 2 theta, okay, which is the middle term, will be the average between tan theta and tan phi. So that will be average between this will be the sum of this, okay, divided by 2. So what I'll do from here is I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So multiplying both sides by 2, this will be 2 tan 2 theta equals to, so 2 multiplied by everything here will reduce to tan theta plus tan phi. Okay, so what I will do in this case is to rearrange the equation. That is, I'm going to express tan phi in terms of tan theta and tan 2 theta. So that means tan phi will be equals to 2 tan 2 theta minus tan theta. Okay, so now let's recall the identity for the double angle formula for tangent. That is, let's recall the identity for tan 2 theta. This will be 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan squared theta. Okay, so which means in what we have here, we're going to have tan phi to be equals to 2 multiplied by 2 tan theta over 1 minus tan squared theta, then minus tan theta. Okay, so now let me represent tan theta. Okay, let me represent tan theta with letter M. Okay, so it means that we're going to have tan phi to be equals to 2 multiplied by 2m divided by 1 minus m squared, then minus m. Remember, what I'm trying to do in this case is to derive the expression for tan phi. So for tan phi, okay, this will be equals to 4m over 1 minus m squared, then minus m. So I can then write this as a single fraction. That is, simplify this side of the equation. Okay, so this will be 4m minus m times 1. This will be minus m. Minus m multiplied by minus m squared. This will be plus m cubed over 1 minus m squared. Okay, so this will be 4m minus m. This will be 3m, then plus m cubed over 1 minus m squared. Okay, so this is the expression for tan phi. Okay, now because we want to show that tan of the difference between phi and theta equals the double angle of sine theta, that is sine 2 theta. So it means that I'm going to write tan of the difference between phi and theta. Okay, I will expand this. So to expand this, the expansion of this will be, we're going to have tan phi minus tan theta over 1 plus tan phi multiplied by tan theta. Now, for tan phi, okay, we know that tan phi is what we have as 3m plus n cubed minus 1 over m squared. So, which means, let me work with the right hand side. So, the right hand side, we're going to have this to be 3m plus m cubed, okay, over 1 minus m squared. Then minus tan theta is equals to m. So, minus m. Okay, that's the numerator. Okay, so divided by 1 plus, this will be 3m plus m cubed over 1 minus m squared. Okay, 1 minus m squared, then multiply by tan theta, which is m. So this will be m. Okay, so RHS will be, so this will be 3m plus m cubed minus m times 1. This will be minus m. Minus m multiplied by minus m squared. This will be minus m cubed all over 1 minus m squared. 1 minus m squared. Okay, so in this case, we have, this will be over, also I'm going to multiply 1 minus m squared by 1. That will be 1 minus m squared. This is numerator. Then for the denominator, then this will be plus m multiplied by 3m. This will be m squared. This m will only multiply 3m and m cubed. So plus m multiplied by m cubed. That will be m raised to the power of 4. Okay, all over 1 minus m squared. 1 minus m squared. Okay, 1 minus m squared. So in this case, the right hand side will be, so if we divide numerator by denominator, this will cancel out. So we'll be left with, so this will be 3m, that's m squared, m cubed plus m cubed. This will be 2m cubed. Okay, 3m minus m. This will be plus 2m over 1 minus m squared. This is the numerator, then divided by 3m squared minus m squared. That will be 2m squared. So this will be m raised to the power of 4 plus 2m squared, okay, plus 1 divided by 1 minus m squared. So if we divide the numerator and denominator, we're going to have 2m cubed plus 2m divided by 1 minus m squared, then multiply by 1 minus m squared. Okay, all over m raised to the 4th plus 2m squared plus 1. So 1 minus m squared divided by 1 minus m squared, that will be 1. So we'll be left with 2m cubed plus 2m over m to the 4th plus 2m squared plus 1. 2m squared plus 1. Now let's not forget that this is the right hand side, and we know that the left hand side is tan of the difference between phi and theta. So which means I'll write tan of the difference between phi and theta to be equals to, so we have 2m. If I factor out 2m from 2m cubed plus 2m, I'm going to get 2m parentheses m squared plus 1. M squared plus 1. Yeah. Then divided by, now m raised to the power of 4 plus 2m squared plus 1 is the same as m squared plus 1 raised to the power of 2. M squared plus 1 raised to the power of 2, because if we expand this, we're going to have m raised to the 4th plus 2m squared plus 1. So in this case, when one of these is cancelled out, we then have tan of the difference between this to be equals to 2m over m squared plus 1. Now let's not forget that, now let's recall, we know that m is equals to tan theta. So it means that tan of phi minus theta will be equals to 2 tan theta over 1 plus tan square theta. And also we know that 2 tan theta divided by 1 plus tan squared theta is equals to sine 2 theta. So therefore, tan of the difference between phi and theta will be equals to sine 2 theta. Okay, so which means the left hand side is equals to the what? Right hand side. And we just prove that the tan of the difference between phi and theta is equals to sine 2 theta. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. Bye bye.